It's the weekend, and you can only kick it off in one way. Welcome to the weekend preview. Oh, I've been looking forward to today for so long, man. I am in a good mood because Forest are going to win this weekend. Man U have lost and Spurs are just Spurs. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the Predictor League. Welcome to the weekend. And we've changed our name. We're not Forest Fan TV anymore, man. We're Foden Fan TV. You go 1-0 up and you still can't beat them.
I mean, did it come as a shock to anyone? I don't understand why you're trying to rub it in, man. We lost to Man City.
It's just that you must have had a moment of belief. You had a moment of belief that maybe you could low block your way into a draw.
I'd say I would have had belief if Rashford could head a ball, went right in front of him, and go through on goal 1-on-1 and make it 2-0. Then I would have had hope we might have got a draw, man. I had no hope at 1-0. Even going into 65th minute when Foden scored that whip crack goal. It is what it is. I said last week we had no hope, so I don't understand why you're trying to rub it in this week, man. You should be focusing on anyone.
All right, well, wait. Can we just have a little focus on, because if this does happen, I will never ask for another birthday present for as long as I live. Gareth, the man, Southgate. Chat, what are your thoughts on Gareth Southgate going to Manchester United? Who's up for it? Mo, what are you saying to Southgate? It'd be a perfect fit, man.
100% perfect fit. He's an absolutely excellent manager. I think Man U should they have to go for him right away before anyone else grabs him. I mean, there's talk of, Alonso and all this. Forget Alonso, forget all these, get him straight in. Southgate.
The funny thing is, freaking, you wouldn't think that Liverpool are definitely going to need a new manager, Bayern Munich definitely need a new manager, and Barcelona need a new manager. And the only one that's getting linked, any manager's getting linked to, is the Man U job, man. I've heard so many names this week. It's ridiculous. I've heard every name except for freaking Steve Cooper, man. I tell you right now, I would prefer Steve Cooper to Gareth Southgate. Quote me on that. I would prefer Steve. He gets it, man. At least he gets it. That's all I can say. I would honestly prefer Cooper to Southgate. Southgate is a waste of time, man. Think what he'd do if he came to Man U, man. You know how much he bombs Maguire? Maguire get a new 8-year contract, instantly back to being captain, man.
Perfect.
Playing all his English boys. Please no. I mean,
oh my God, it would be the greatest day ever. Jordan with the 199. Hey, Wolfie, mate, hope you're good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm positive this week. I've got a feeling. About Bournemouth.
I'm getting some fake positivity vibe from you right now.
No.
And I said positive last week.
Yeah, Sangare is playing. I'm positive.
Wait, can we all have a unanimous agreement? Come to the conclusion that what me and Mo have been saying for years is correct. Based off last week, Liverpool are the luckiest team in the league, man. You can agree with us now because you secretly back Liverpool. You do like Liverpool, and now
you secretly back Liverpool. You make it sound like a Liverpool fan.
You've seen what they're like. You've seen what their fans are like. Despicable fans. Surely you can now agree that they are the luckiest team in the league.
Well, just before we talk about that, Geordie's asking if you're going to give him 21 million for what's that guy called? Dan whatever?
Dan Ashworth. Yeah, that's going on forever, man. I don't understand what's going on with that. Why did we make it public if we hadn't already agreed this beforehand, man? It makes us look a bit amateur hour, but
you are amateur.
Even if we give him 21 mil, it's still going to be on gardening leave till probably next January or something, so it's pretty pointless.
Well, all right, let's cover this Liverpool thing for the last time. Yeah. Now, I don't technically blame Liverpool. I blame the ref.
That's my Liverpool.
I blame
both.
Why are you blaming Liverpool, man? Who do you blame, chat? Liverpool or the ref?
Yeah, of course I blame Liverpool because the ref, Tierney, was there for that match, but he wasn't at all the other matches where they get all this ridiculous luck. Happens every week, man. Whether it is a referee decision, VAR decision, a lucky shot that bobbles and ricochets off 3 or 4 players, bounces in, goes in. They get a lucky goal like that, and then they'll go and score a second and third, and everyone will forget about that first one conveniently. Well, it's just ridiculous, man. That just topped it off, man. Just completely topped it off. I mean, even on Match of the Day, they were saying the Liverpool fans were still trying to defend it. They were trying to actually say it should have been a free kick for them.
Yeah.
I thought some of them saying it should have been a booking or a red card or something, and then they were showing a still image picture of the incident, but when you actually go and watch a video, he went nowhere near him. It's actually the keeper, Kelleher.
We put the incident from behind. Yeah, we put the incident from behind where his foot is about a meter to the right of him. But yeah,
and not only that, they also try and justify it by saying the same thing happened in the first half. When you actually go back and look at the footage, I saw it on Twitter. It didn't happen the same way. The referee blew the whistle where the ball was in the box, which was the whole point in the argument in the first place. So, look, you cannot deny.
And as Jordy says, Diaz kicks the ball into the net to try and blag the ref that they've got possession.
Possession, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm a Spurs fan. Champions League final, they cheated. I knew we were going to lose the final. They cheated within 29 seconds. And they got a stupid handball decision where they just whacked the ball at Sissoko on his shoulder, and they got a penalty. And the game was over after that. So I'm going to be salty about it, man. But I'm going to be salty about Forest as well. I see it every week.
All that Champions League final.
And by the way, earlier in the season, when the Spurs-Liverpool offside thing happened, I said at that time they've done this on purpose. It's now Liverpool can get every single decision after this, and they have got every single decision.
My God, you hate Liverpool more than I hate Man U, man.
It's just ridiculous.
You don't seem that pissed off, man. Like me and Mo are here having a go at Liverpool, and you're just there in the background.
I've said what I needed to say all week, man. I've said what I needed to say. I've said corruption. Yeah, it could be Liverpool, it could be Man U, it could be us. Corruption. It's plain and simple. I've said it for 30 odd years, even though I'm 22. Corruption. You're going to disagree with that?
You're jumping up a few levels on corruption, man. I mean, no, I think plain and simple, this ref didn't actually know the rules. I honestly think he doesn't know the rules.
A minute ago you were blaming Liverpool. Now you're blaming the ref. Which one is it?
No. I said Liverpool. Look, that's my stance on this whole thing. Liverpool are a lucky team, and to get a referee that doesn't know the basics of the game is pretty damn lucky in my book. So that's where I stand.
I just want the viewers to notice, man. Just notice their first goal usually, and it's usually when they really need it. They might be a goal down, or it might just be late on. It'll just be a ball of some sort. It'll be some sort of ridiculous thing will happen. It's so frustrating, man. Anyway,
let's move it on. Mikey with the £2, you legend. Lovely, bro. Love you, bro. But you're delusional on Sangare. Right, someone clip this for when Sangare does either the most amazing assist, the most amazing goal line clearance, or gets a goal with a header from a corner. Right, Mike? I will remember that super chat, bro. Trust me, I'm not delusional. Okay, let's keep this up.
Sorry, one more thing. Didn't your assistant coaches and all those get sent off as well? Well, what happened to Klopp when he ran up to the assistant ref, pulled his hamstring, went absolutely mental, aggressive? I don't think anything happened to him then. It's just...
you good, man? You got it all off?
No, yeah. Whatever.
Good? Oh, crap. Hold on. What's going on here? I'm sharing the wrong screen like an idiot. I'm sharing the wrong screen. You want to say anything more on Liverpool while I just...
when we get to that match, I'm sure I'll think of something else.
I think we can all agree want them to. You don't want them to win the title, though, now, surely.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
What, me?
Yeah.
My stance doesn't change. My default is obviously Forest to win the title, but if Forest aren't going to win it, anyone but Man U.
Okay,
that's like default.
Okay, well, what's the
I don't know, chat. Who do you want to win the league? Arsenal, Man City, or Liverpool? If I had to choose, I don't mind if it's Man City or Arsenal, because if Man City win it, I want them to do the treble, so they've done a double treble to annoy the Man U fans. If Arsenal win it, then obviously my kid is an Arsenal fan, but then he'll be unbearable. I don't really care, is my honest answer. As long as it's not Man U. And if it's not,
so you wouldn't mind. Okay, if Liverpool win it by 2 points, would you not be annoyed? Basically, they won it basically.
I'd be annoyed if we went down by 1 point. I would be annoyed.
Exactly, man. And you could do. That's a scenario that could happen. I need some
really good
hatred for Liverpool. Cost you that point.
I feel like that was such a big game for Forest, man. It was like a big draw against Liverpool. You also cost them the title, confidence boost, and now you just back down to square one, man.
Yeah, but with City winning it, City. Look, I've got annoyance with all of them. Like City,
no one cares about City.
I don't care about City, but they got the 115 charges, and we're having our butt slapped over it. And by the way,
they cares if City wins the league, man. No one knows any City fans. That's fine.
Your nephew.
Unless they're like 12, it's fine.
Exactly. I had there's a City fan on our football team, and I asked him, I was like, if I showed you a map, could you point Manchester out to me? He just went, no. I was like, you don't even know where Manchester is roughly in the country. No, why would I? I was like, this generation.
No point, man. You just put the postcode in and follow it these days. It's fine.
Anyway, let's get into this. So, Crocodile is just sustaining that lead. Congratulations to him. He's still in first place. Richard solid in second. Top three's not moving, but it is bunching up. DJ up to fourth, 3 places up. Shanghai Noon moves up 1. Gangs Cox moves down 2. Bella Font, with that cool name, down 2. Desiree Bid up 5. Twist of Fate moves up 3 into the top 10.
Man.
Davey down 2. And dropping like Sheffield. Tricky Bobby in 11th. And then the ones you need to worry about, well, Echo's made a big move. And here comes Wolverine into the top 20. The move is happening. The move is happening. And then let's just shout out Catfish Mark Dennis with the wooden spoon for the week.
Yeah, I'm catching him up. Oh my God, I'm catching him up, man.
You're up 6. You're about to
overtake my goal for the rest of the season just to beat Mark.
It should be done by this weekend. So, well done to everyone on the leaderboard. I think we'll do a prize at the end of the season to the winner. As well.
Give it to me now, then. Man.
Give it to you now. Yeah, right. Okay, we're kicking it off with Manchester United against Everton. Double L's twist. No dubs at all for Everton. I'm not gonna lie, I'm conflicted on this. I need Man U to win.
Man.
I think you actually care more about this result than I do, to be honest. I don't think we're going to get Champions League. I'm back in the Villa. I'm hoping for maybe 5th outside bet. I'm still not confident on that. So Rasmus is out. Best striker in the league's out. So what more can I say? Sneaker win, maybe. I don't know what he's going to do. Rashford up top. I'd honestly put McTominay up front, man. I mean, last week I don't know what we did. I mean, Henry did his analysis on the game, and basically we said we penned in like sheep in the middle of the pitch by Man City, man. So he kind of pushed McTominay a bit further forward, but we didn't really have any outlet against Man City. I'd honestly put McTominay up top, Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, Casemiro in the middle, and then just see what happens, man. Because at this point in the season, he's a dead man walking, it looks like. All these names have been linked to the manager in the last 7 days. Been 10 managers linked in the last 7 to 10 days. And apparently, Goldbridge have got 3 games to save his job. Everton, Liverpool, and Chelsea. So if he doesn't beat Everton, then surely that's him gone. Because there's no way back then, surely. I mean, if we lose this, we're out at 5th spot race, whatever you want to call it.
Man, are you going to lose? I'm not going to watch this game because obviously I have to want Man U to win it. Chad, what are you saying? I just can't watch games where I want Man U to win because even when I'm watching it, I forget the scenario and I laugh if you concede, and it's like.
Apparently, Everton played really well against West Ham. They had more shots, more XG, whatever you want to call it, and they just kept the ball on the back of the net. So I don't think they're actually playing as bad as that. 5 draws and 2 losses said in the last 7 games, but. Everyone that comes to Old Trafford, we just turn them into worldies, man. Seriously, Fulham came there, they looked like worldies. Palace will come there and look like worldies. Wolves start the season look like worldies. So Everton will probably bowl up and they'll be playing this Brazilian-style football, but it's just because they're playing against us. Am I confident on a win right now? I can't say I'm that confident, but I feel we'll sneak it just because of the fact that Everton are such benders up front and probably can't take
brown envelopes.
Numerous chances that they'll get. So I'm going to go with an arrow 2-1, man. But for me, the season's over.
I'm thinking like 1-0. You'll just sneak an 85th minute goal.
Is there a potential pattern here? 4 wins, 4 losses? Because that would be hilarious.
Oh, don't say that, man.
I could
stomach a draw. Mate. And I need a loss. I need a man.
I got 2 questions for Twist. Would you take Tuchel?
Definitely not, man. Busted flush now, man.
Right. And what's your order? If you're not going to get 5th, what's your order of preference?
Well, before you ask him that, Mo, ask him if he's Ten Hag in or out. What's the latest?
I agree with the Ten Hag. Man, I'm Ten Hag 100% in if Gareth Southgate come in. If freaking
That's not the question. That's not the question.
No, that is the question because you want me to say I'm Ten Hag out, whatever. It's like getting on a plane and saying, I hate the UK. Get me out of this country. I don't want to live here anymore. You get on a plane, you land in freaking look around, you're in North Korea, man. Freaking Southgate is my North Korea.
What's your beef for North Korea? You get
you want North Korea, dear?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what's your beef with it?
Look, Gareth Southgate is my North Korea. Harry Potter is my North Korea. I don't want to be living in these places, and I don't want them as my manager. So I'm going to think about who's going to take over from Ten Hag from fully Tang out. I'm not like you were with Cooper, man. Anyone but Cooper. I'm not at that stage. But it looks like there's...
all right, so Zidane calls the Glazers today.
100%. If you give me good names.
All right, so you're Ten Hag out then?
If Zidane comes in, yeah.
But the thing is, this is the stupidity of this conversation. You have no say in who the new manager is. You have to be at the stage first that the manager needs to go.
So I can't have an opinion of someone is worse than Ten Hag and I don't want them in charge. So if they're going to come in...
You don't know that. You don't know that. It's like you said, there's been 7 names chucked at you. You
a well-run club would have someone lined up before. That's his point.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. At the moment, I have to trust in freaking Jimbo, man. He hasn't made a decision yet. We've been linked with 10 different managers, so who knows what the right idea is.
When we got thingy, who was it? Nuno sacked, and then the next day, they had Conte coming in.
Yeah, and how did you like that?
I'm just saying, at the time, I was happy.
What
about Gazza O'Neill? Would you take Gazza O'Neill?
Oh, 100%.
I'd definitely take Gazza O'Neill.
100%. I'll take Gazza O'Neill.
Anyone take Gazza O'Neill?
Sorry, it's the game. It's the first game of the weekend. So what do you want me to do? Not mention Man United, just talk Everton. Anyway, I'm saying 1-0. What are you saying, man?
I'm going to give Everton a goal, but I'll go 2-1. But I do have that question for Twist. Twist, what's your order? If you're not going to get 5th, where would you rather finish? Europa, Conference, or just nothing?
If Europa, if not Europa, definitely not Conference, one below Conference.
Fair enough. I thought so.
Oh, God, that looks like a crappy game. Boring mouth against Sheffield. I mean, are Bournemouth safe? Because this is their free win, isn't it?
You say it's boring, but Sheffield games are actually the most entertaining in the week.
Man, I'm not going to lie. I haven't missed one for the last month, man. I've been so entertaining. As long as it hasn't clashed with Forest, I haven't missed it, man.
Goal like every 10 minutes.
Man. Guaranteed goals. I mean, are they going to beat Bournemouth? I doubt it.
Nah.
Surely.
Bournemouth are on 31 points. That's probably safe, you know.
That's safe, man. They
safe.
got a nice run. They played Burnley and now they got Sheffield United, man. They knew they had these games coming up. They win this, they're fully safe. They can just go into
this is pretty much takes them home, this win, because they'll get a couple, even if they get a couple more draws for us.
But they've got another freebie. I think they've got Luton midweek and then they've got Burnley.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Luton's a freebie. I mean,
no, I'm saying Burnley's the freebie.
Have we worked out on what we need here? What do we need Sheffield United conceding on a regular basis, game by game?
Yeah, so they're minus 50. I think Derby were minus 69. Okay, they're going to smash it. They've already conceded 72 goals, man. 72
what did you see? So we need to be about a minus 20 over the next 11 games.
Yeah, if they concede 2 goals a game, then they'll get it.
Yeah, that's easy, surely.
Well, I don't know, chat. Do we want them to break Derby's minus 69 record or not? They've already broken their 11-point record.
I'd say just equal, so you can say it to both of them.
Yeah, that's a tough one to plumb, though, isn't it? To get minus 69, it's tough. It's tough, but this is. I mean, let's just enjoy these. Just 6-0, 1-0 to Wolves, 5-0. Thank you for beating Luton. Literally, the funny thing is, Sheffield just did Forest a favour. That means nothing to them.
That's true.
And they beat Derby's record all in one swoop. 5-0, 3-2. They drew with West Ham. That's embarrassing.
They're actually kind of crapper at home than they are away, man. So they're probably not going to concede a hatful in this game.
Yeah, because they'll just low block, won't they? They'll low block.
Where we going there? I'm going for a Bournemouth win here. I'm not going to bet.
I do agree. You know, this Sheffield beef, ever since like the playoffs, it's reignited my 2003 hatred for them. And now in the Premier League, we can banter them, and they've got nothing to say back. So I'm enjoying it. And Derby are irrelevant. Derby's still in the playoffs. Were they second or something? I haven't looked at the League One for ages. I'm going Bournemouth as well, man. I think this is comfortable. 3-0.
Yeah, I think Solanke's due a goal. I haven't seen him score in a while, so I'm going to go.
And that fizzled out quickly. He's getting linked to like Spurs and everything, man.
Yeah.
Had 2 good games.
Let me just check
against Forest as well.
Derby they're third now. Bolton and Portsmouth are in the playoff. Ooh, Peterborough could overtake Harbour. If Peterborough win, they go 68. So it'll be 1 point.
What, it's League One?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're down and up.
Yeah.
If they get promoted, though, if they get promoted and you get relegated, then you're playing them next season.
And they're not going to get promoted, man. I can't see it.
That would be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious if they don't get promoted. Okay, I'm saying 3-0 on that. Okay, I'm spending. This is an important game, but
man,
this is an easy one for me. It's just Palace. Spurs they played so well against Spurs, man. I always say that they play well. I like how they play, and their new manager seems to know what he's doing. At least for now, I feel they've still got a manager, a small manager boost, still around at the moment. And look at Luton's run. It does have to come to an end, though. I don't know. Eze, that free kick. With the new manager, I've got to go Palace here, especially at home. They're a really rowdy crowd as well.
So you're saying they deserve something from the Spurs game, or what?
I think if I'm being neutral, then probably it should have been a draw or something like that. Yeah, they played really well. It's just that we've got better finishers than them. But unfortunately, we don't have Kane, as my name says. Best striker in the world, but
so Eze's fair. At least say he's out, isn't he? Still.
Yeah, but I feel like if you've got one of them, one out of the two, you've got a decent chance. If you're not playing a top 6 or something. Well, even
I agree with Jonathan. Everyone's still like Luton. I called it when they lost that game. I was like, that's it, purple patch over. They've gone quadruple L. They're done, man.
I don't think they're done because they're not.
We've done the maths. I've got them to get 8 more points, right? What's the league table?
I was about to say, but look who they're playing. But one of them is Sheffield. So,
the
other 3 are tough.
No, they lost to Sheffield. They didn't even get their free.
I know, that's what I'm saying. One of them was Sheffield out of the 4.
The thing is, if you look at these games they've lost, though, man, the Villa game, they started badly.
They played so well.
And they lost with a late goal. Liverpool, they're winning that game for 60-odd minutes. So they're in these games, man.
Liverpool
they're not
the
Sheffield United. They've actually got something about them, and they can score goals. Yeah, it is from whipping and corners.
Bubbles pop.
They've got so
Manuel Adebayo out injured until mid-March. That's their bubble popped. Look, I'm saying they're on 20, yeah? I reckon they get to 28. Like, at a stretch. Yeah, they've got a decent end run. Obviously, next week's game is the be-all and end-all. That's a decider, right, against Forest. But if they get to 28, Forest need to get to, 35 to be safe. So Forest need 11 points. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Luton are done. I'm saying they will only get to 28 points. That's my estimation on it.
You think they can get 8 more points from this season?
Yeah.
No, their last 5 games, man. They're decent running they've got, man. Decent.
You've got a game in hand as well.
Yeah, let me bring up their games, right? So hold on. Let's just quickly do this, right? And I don't know if the chat are interested in this or not, but whatever. Let's just bring it up, right? So
well, they should be, man. If they want to know if they're staying up.
That is true. So their next games, right? Palace, Bournemouth. That Bournemouth one's the one I'm worried about.
Assign some points here.
Okay, so I'm saying 0, 1, 0, 0, 0.
Still on 1. 2. Okay, adding it up.
0.
I say they beat Bournemouth.
Even if you give them a win there, 5.
I think 6. They can win 2 out of the last 4.
Nah, I don't know. Chat, how many points are you giving them off this?
I think you've got to give Luton a minimum of 11 points.
Yeah, where are you seeing?
Them last 5 games right there.
How many are you giving them in that?
I'm giving them minimum 6 points from them 5 games.
From these?
Yeah, I'd give them 6 from them. And they could easily beat Brentford, easily beat Everton, and easily beat Fulham in the last game of the season because Fulham are going to be on the beach. They're not going to be fighting for nothing.
Fulham could be fighting for Europe. They're only 7 points off-ish.
Well, they'll know by that point, probably. So it depends. But I still think they can get 6 points from that 5 games?
Wolves will be on the beach as well. Everton probably beach
Wolves
as well.
are close to Europe. Wolves are 2-ish points off, 2-3 points off.
No, 4 points, but yeah.
I think look, their key game is going to be this Everton one, this Brentford one, the Fulham one, whatever, man. Forest will be safe by then. I'm saying for Luton right now is these next 3 games. If they triple L these 3 games, Palace, Bournemouth, Forest, they're done. Hopefully Spurs don't do a Spurs. They're not going to beat Arsenal. By this stage, that we could have pulled away. That's what I'm saying. If Forest pull away, their heads will drop even more.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you've got it in your own hand basically because you can win more games than them. So you shouldn't focus too much on what Luton can do and just focus on what Forest can do. But I still think they'll get more than 8 points in the last few games of the season.
I don't know.
I'm going Palace for this one. Yeah, I'm going Palace for this. Adebayo is too much of a loss for me, man. He's not exactly. He's not a great striker, but he gets in the right positions.
The thing that worries me the most is the amount of FIFA 17 wing horse, man. Crosses, corners. It's just they have no other style, man. They're just annoying me.
You can say that, but they've got more about them than Sheffield United and thingy.
I've got more about me than those 2 teams, man.
Just think where we were at the start of the season, how much we were cussing down Luton and wanted them instantly down because of their ground, because of our crap.
No, I said Sheffield bottom. I've got it on record, Sheffield.
Whatever, but we said they weren't Premier League quality, but they've actually shown something about them, man. They've gained a lot of neutral fans. Give them a bit more
I'm one of them, to be honest.
Really?
They're fun to watch.
To live 20 minutes from
they're more exciting than Forest, let's put it that way. At least they give it a good try.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. Forest, I mean, it was 0-0 until the 99th minute.
Yeah, they lost 4-1 to Liverpool. What's your point?
They were winning.
Is the game more entertaining?
So a match is 90 minutes long. And how can you say that when we live 20 minutes from that dump, man? There's no way I want anything to do with Luton back in the day either. Anyway, I'm just saying, I agree with what Mark said. This Wednesday one, this next week one, is just, I can't believe it's big. But anyway, all right, Wolves, Fulham, dead rubber.
Yeah, Fulham are more of a home team, man. My boy Gary O'Neill, he's got some injuries though, man. I think that Cunha guy's out and Hwang guy's out as well. So I'm going to go draw for this one.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I started thinking draw.
Things like Luton. I'm thinking a draw. I'm just going to go 1-1. Guys, 100 of you in here. Don't forget to hit that like if you haven't already. And I agree with Mike. It screams draw. So get those likes up, guys. I don't know how many we got.
Oh my God. Arsenal, man.
Okay, this one's another big one for Forest. Man, look at the dubs. Bloody hell.
Absolutely clean.
They continue this streak, man, of scoring bare goals, and you're saying that's not a good thing. You're sticking with this argument.
I'm still sticking with my theory. It's easy to win games comfortably. It's when you're 70 minutes in, still 0-0, maybe a goal behind. That's where you see championship pedigree. Arsenal have not been tested, apart from the Forest game. They have not been tested on that. Yeah, but now they are in a purple patch. Purple patches have to come to an end at some point. It better not come to an end this weekend.
Okay, if you're making the argument that peaked too soon, then I can maybe understand that.
Yeah,
but it's
not even peak too soon. It's when you're in. How can I best describe it, man? Let me think of I can't think of an analogy. But City are robot mode, man. City are grinding the results out. You win when you play crap. That's the thing with it. Arsenal haven't won when they've played crap in these games. They've just played well in these games. You need to see them playing crap and win one for me to be convinced.
They kind of had that earlier in the season, though. That's what my point was the other week.
Yeah, and they lost it, man. Look at their December record. It was atrocious.
Anyway, I mean, beating Sheffield United by a hatful doesn't really show any kind of pattern because everyone does that. So.
Yeah, but who they really beat? They beat Liverpool and Newcastle, was it, in this run? 6-0, 4-1, 5-0, 6-0. 3-1, lucky, 5-0. I mean, we're the only ones who held them down, man. And that was thanks to double agent Turner.
But like everyone's saying now, oh, Arteta was right not to bring in a striker. Oh, he's got goals out of Havertz now.
Absolutely wrong.
He's a great manager. They didn't need to make changes. Blah, blah, blah. So he's getting a lot of credit right now at the moment. But They've still got to turn that game around against Porto. If they don't do that, then that's another mark against him. But this has got to be a home win, surely.
Everyone in the chat's going big. I don't think it will be that big. I think maybe 3-1.
It's not going to be Sheffield big, but they dealt with Newcastle pretty easily the week before. So I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 as well.
3-1. They're so low block though.
Hey, Brentford.
Yeah, they're not great. They've been conceding, haven't they? 2 against Liverpool, 4 against West Ham, only 1 against Man City, 4 against Liverpool.
Is Tony going to get a standard goal? I wouldn't mind Brentford going down and Tony goes to Spurs.
I would love Brentford to go down. I want like 5 teams down this year, man.
Brentford's your last chance, isn't it? Basically, last chance of you've been trying to do it all season. Drag someone else down.
Well, let me say this right. I don't want Brentford down because they will lose Bet365 Tony in the summer. Yeah. And they'll probably finish. I reckon they go down next season because he's going to go to crappy Brentford.
And they still have Neil Mopay leading the line.
He's only on loan. He's only on loan.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just loan. Yeah.
He wants you to go 3-0, man. He's trying to overtake you or something.
Mind games, man. I've gone 6-1. I think you need to go 6-1, mate.
All right, well, let's see what you go here, Mo. This is a tough game. Chat, who's winning this one? Villa Spurs.
Villa, man.
So wait, just before you come in, Mo, as it stands, Villa are 4th with 55 points. You're 5th with a game in hand on 50 points. And Manchester United are 6th with 44 points and a game played more. So the gap from Villa to Man U is, 11 points? Gap from you to Villa is 5 points. You lose this, goodbye 4th spot. Surely this is it. This is a 6-pointer.
You got a game in hand, man. A little sneaky game in hand.
Yeah, but does it matter? I'm not going to lie, man. I'm coming in a bit negative in this one. Based on the performance against Crystal Palace, which wasn't great. We turned it around at the end. It should never have got that far. Werner should have scored early on and put the game to bed. And then Palace would have had to come out of their low block, and then we possibly could have scored more. But he missed. They scored. We didn't play too great. But at the end of the day, when you got people like Son up front, you're always going to end up scoring, which I was pretty annoyed about because I went 2-1 and we won 3-1. But Villa are just on decent form at the moment, man. They're at home. Spurs are a bit iffy here and there. I can just see Villa sneaking this one, man. And that'll be the end. That'll be the end of our season, as you said, unless 5th spot opens up somehow. I don't know. I think I regretfully, as Alan Sugar says, I might just go Villa, man. Honestly,
really?
I might go Villa, man. I don't know. I've just got this feeling. It's one of these games that Spurs lose, man.
Not even a draw. You're going straight.
Not even a draw.
I got a feeling Spurs win it. I've just got a feeling. I think Villa are going to crack.
Look, I think we can all agree this probably should be the best game of the weekend, man. 2 teams that love to attack, both play a high line. I mean, surely we're getting goals in this game now. I mean,
that's so 0-0 now, man. It's fully cemented 0-0.
I mean, the rule we play on Palace is Eze and Elise fit. I think the rule we got to start playing on Spurs is how your fullbacks fit, man. Poro and Udogie, man.
Yeah, well, you'd hope that they're both back now, seeing as they were having late tests last week, but
they seem to make sense. But look, I'm back in Villa, man. Like I say, up the Villa because.
Wait, so where are you on this, Nick? Are you letting Villa go and praying for 5th
Villa go into the sunset, man? They can go off and enjoy their 4th spot, get in Champions League, and then have to sell all their players because of PSR. I'm targeting 5th. I don't know if he's going to be 5th for Champions League. Brighton lost last night 4-0, so that didn't help the cause. I'm not really sure on the stipulations and how we get this to turn into a Champions League spot, but it's the only hope I've got, man. And one thing you can rely on is Spursy being Spursy, and they are going to be the title deciders this year because they literally play all top 3, so they will decide who wins the title. And if they lose all 3 of them, then we've got a chance of getting 5th. So I'm back in the Villa, man. Up the Villa.
I got a sneaky feeling Spurs win this one. Villa just can't blow up at the wrong time. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs here.
Villa can blow up at the wrong time.
Yeah. I mean, when they lost here to Man U, that was embarrassing. And to Newcastle, that was embarrassing.
They did just play last night, didn't they? Where were they playing? In Ajax or something?
Yeah.
Back. Spurs
I think they drew 0-0, didn't they, or something?
You got Madison fit.
I think Spurs are sneaking this one. Okay, let's get on to the main event. What?
I would take it. I'll take it. I just can't see it.
I got a feeling. Maybe I just don't want Man U in the race. But main event of the weekend, ladies and gents, Brighton versus Forest. And honestly, I'm feeling so confident. Like, it's ridiculous. And I'm glad Simon's in the chat because I'm going to say it out loud. They're going to play well crap, and that doesn't worry me in the slightest. Matoma's out. They've just come back from a tonking from Roma. Now, what I will say is I wish it just was 1-0 to Roma yesterday because that's them out of the Europa. But I've just got a feeling. Sangare plays Forest win. It's that simple for me. It's that simple.
I mean, you could have cherry-picked a better time to play Brighton, though, no? I mean, literally in the mud. De Zerbi in the mud. His reputation is in the mud, man. He was meant to be the next best manager, and now he's so up and down at Brighton. But what's their home form like? What's that bit where you click on it and look at their home form?
Let's have a look. Home form, 6 out of 13. Not great. Away form, not great. How are they where they are, man?
They just draw a lot. 9 draws, man. You say Welbeck's playing, but he played midweek, didn't he? So he's probably going to bring in.
They got no one else.
Man, he should have scored a header as well.
Yeah, and then that ladyboy handballed it after it, didn't they?
I mean, look, for me, Nuno's got to do a Mourinho, man. He's got to galvanise the troops. He's got to use what happened last week, what's happened in the last few weeks, batten down the hatches, saying it's us against the world. We've got to take them all along. The refs don't want us to win. The Premier League don't want us in their league. They want to PSR charge us. It's us against the world. And go out there and hype them up and get them a win, because this is a game where you need to start winning, man. These next 3 games is your spot. We look to the Luton fixtures. They've got decent 3 games. This is your decent run, man. So it's got to start here. You're never going to get a better chance to beat Brighton.
Well, you say that. I mean, Brighton is always, well, in the last year, has been a pivotal match for Forest. We drew 0-0, most boring game of football I've ever seen away last year. And then Cooper was like, oh, low block. And there comes the emergence of Cooper Ball. And then we got some points off the back of that. Then we beat them 3-1 after. Chat, did we just lose to Liverpool when we then went and beat Brighton 3-1? I can't remember if that was the next game. I think it was. But there's similarities to it because they just lost to you in the semi-finals in the FA Cup, if I remember rightly. After extra time, did it go pens? I can't remember. Yeah, so they were knackered. So we beat them there. They've just come back from Roma. And excuse me. And this feels to me, with Forest run coming up of Brighton, Luton, and whoever the next, is it Palace or something? This just feels to me like this is it. This has to be the do or die 3 fixtures right now. And if we win this and Luton lose to whoever Luton have got, who are they against? Palace or something?
Palace.
Then that puts the 7-point gap in, and then Forest can go into manage the gap mode. Match them or beat them. That's it. Keep that set. As long as obviously they don't get anything from the Bournemouth match midweek. I've just got a feeling that not only are we going to beat them, we're going to beat them comfortably 3 or 4-1. I've just got a feeling Sangare plays, we win. It's as simple as that.
Look, we said the Luton Forest game was the biggest game of the season, but these 2 games leading into this match against Luton and Forest are going to be huge because it's who's going in with confidence. Because worst case scenario, you lose to Brighton, they get certain at Palace, and suddenly they've got the boost. They've got the fact that if they beat you, they can go ahead of you. So you got to play it both ways. I don't know. You know how Brighton are going to play, man. I don't like watching Brighton, if I'm honest with you. It feels like a poor man's Pep style play. They pass it between their centre-backs constantly over and over and over again. And they just bore you to death sometimes. And I don't know. I'm putting Forest down to win this. I'm confident they can go there and just play the cap. They don't need to do much. They just need to do what they're good at, which is counter-attack, get Elanga running through on pace, and then sneak a 2.
And then what? Because he's not going to finish. And then what?
Pass it then. Pass it to Chris Wood that starts instead of Werner.
I'm just saying this is a huge 7-ish days for Forest. The problem is the Luton will know what Luton have done. That could add pressure or could relieve pressure. I don't know because we're playing on Sunday.
True.
I just think in the next week we'll know everything we need to know about Forest, where they're going to be, and then I can whip out my Hawaiian shirt, put the glasses on, light the cigar, everything going. What are you saying, man? How are you seeing this one?
I can't see it, man. You know what? I don't want to burst your bubble. I can't see it. I
just built it all up and bang.
That's it. You know what? Like I was watching the Brighton Roma. I was thinking, you know, if they can keep it 1 or 2-0, then they're going to be really vested in this. Take it back home. You know, rest all their players up. They don't want to get injured for the Europa. And then they're going to get absolutely smashed, and they're basically out of Europe now. So their only focus really would be trying to re-get back in Europe. So they're really going to want to win this. And they're always so up and down.
They're in 9th.
Yeah, they're not far off though. A win here would take them back into European places, potentially.
What I don't like is why everyone's focusing on Brighton played Roma, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying Sangare plays, we win. Have I got the Hawaiian shirt? I do.
Can you give me another example where Sangare has influenced the game to that degree?
It's a question of when do I crack the bad boy out, man? Look at this bad boy right here, man.
You can't crack it out.
I'm here trying to talk facts, and you're whipping out a Hawaiian shirt, man.
Yeah, man, I'm ready. Officially licensed as well. ! FOCO if you want to get it. I want to crack. If we beat Brighton and Luton, I'm cracking it out with the cigar.
Call yourself on the beach, man. After them 2 games,
that's what I'm saying. It's a big week.
Yeah, I can't see it. I feel like Brighton are just a win, lose, draw, win, lose, draw, lose, win. Here's the win for me. Sorry.
That makes me feel more confident.
I mean, I'm 29th in the league, man. So
exactly.
Specialists, aren't they? I think they've drawn the most in the whole league. So maybe the best bet is a draw.
Draw. I don't know if I take it. Yeah, also, what's going on with the likes, guys? 32 likes. You lazy gits. Hit that like button. Come on, because we're all hungry here. Okay, let's move on to West Ham Burnley. Is this like a Clareton derby? Is that what they would call this crap? This is West Ham's free win, yeah? Are we all in agreement?
Should be, but they're just travelling back from wherever they were last night, so they may have a bit of a hangover.
Did they play? Oh, they lost, didn't they? They lost 1-0.
Germany.
Yeah, they wanted that penalty. Man, there's no discussion to be had here. It's like, no discussion to be had. 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, 3 wins. Simple as. Everyone has to go West Ham here. Especially Mark.
3-1. Anyone? Any takers on a 3-1?
I'm taking a 2-1.
2-1. Okay. And then I guess this one. Liverpool, Man City.
Way, man. I thought they were at home for a minute. For God's sake.
Of course they're at home. It's Liverpool luck.
I don't know.
Oh man, everyone's gonna get draw, aren't they? Let's be honest.
By the way, I don't know, James. I don't know. He's untouchable. Company is untouchable for some reason.
The funny thing is, if it is a draw, because Arsenal are going to win, Arsenal will be top, and then Arsenal will instantly watch them turn into crack mode on, man. Like they did
all day.
Instantly crack, man. So obviously, we're all backing a Man City win here because you now hate Liverpool, don't you, Wolverine? So unanimous Man City away win. I mean, who's going in with the best form? I mean, just Man City, but who's playing the best football? Probably
Liverpool weren't that good against Forest.
Probably Liverpool. How can you say Liverpool, man, after they took 99 minutes to score a lucky fake goal against Forest?
That's true. But Man City was scraping a bit before. They've actually started to pick up the pace.
They scraped against Bournemouth.
Yeah, but you want to be a scraping team when it comes to this stage. I'm telling you, man. I think Man City win this.
Liverpool got a decent chunk of injuries as well. You know what? I'm going City just out of spite. I'm going City.
Yeah, I'm going to City for sure, but how they manufacture even the Foden whip crack, man.
I mean, it stinks of a draw. There's a whiff of a draw around here.
I'm going 2-3.
If you're a Man City fan, would you take a draw?
I don't know. Why would I know the answer to that?
Well, they'll know the Arsenal result by then, won't they? So
the thing is, how many points behind are Man City right now? They're 1 point behind. It's got to be a case of you got to get the job done yourself. I would, if I'm a Man City backer, right, I would look at it and say, who do I want to be challenging, Liverpool or Arsenal? I'd want Arsenal because they'll crack. So I think they will be more motivated to beat Liverpool. Now, I think Liverpool go into this game thinking a draw is fine.
I think it's one of them games where if it's like 0-0 or 1-1 going into the last 20 minutes, neither team are going to want to lose. And you can pretty much guarantee it's going to end a draw because you don't want to lose this, do you? Because you lose this. If you lose this to Man City, I mean, they're still going to play Arsenal. But
if Man City lose, are Man City out?
I was about to say that, but I don't think they would be.
No, I don't think you can call anyone out yet.
Why? Because they'll go 4 points behind, and they've got Arsenal next.
They wouldn't be favourites, I can tell you that much. They're still favourites to win the league now. If they lose to Liverpool, obviously they won't be favourites. Liverpool will be, but Liverpool still got to play some tough games. They've still got what? They're still in the FA Cup. They're still in the
They've still got Villa, Spurs, and
they did that comparison on Sky Sports, didn't it, with the top 6 and all that. I think Liverpool had the most top 6 teams left.
Yeah, but Man City are playing the top 5 of the top 6 in a row. This is going to be interesting, you know. It's going to be interesting. But I think if Liverpool win, Man City are semi-out here.
And Sunday is back to back to back. I mean, Spurs, Forest. You're going to have to miss the second half of Spurs. Unfortunately for you.
I don't know how I'll live with myself there. All right, so what are you going? You going draw or Man City?
I want 2-3. 2-3 for me.
I feel like we all should be going draw, but I'm going Man City.
Okay, and then we've got Chelsea, Newcastle. Is Geordie still in the house here? I'm done with backing Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going draw on this one. Don't care about these teams
Newcastle.
What are these two playing for, really? Newcastle have got outside chance of maybe
Newcastle, yeah, they could get Europe. They're 2 points behind West Ham.
Yeah, I won't mind them
I'm sick of Chelsea, man. I can't predict them.
Yeah.
I can't predict
them. 2-2 for me.
Okay, and then this one.
So this was look at the date where you saved it there.
Yeah,
this was
15th of December.
delayed. Yeah.
This is with Matey Boy had the heart attack thing, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I've got 2-1 boring now. I might have to rethink this, man.
Oh, I've just gone 1-0. I did go 1-0 back then, so I'm not going to change my mind because if I change it, it's not going to be 1-0.
I'm going to leave it at 2-0. I'm going to leave it at 2-0.
Didn't really change that much since last time we did it. Probably not.
I don't know. Maybe Luton have got worse. Well, Bournemouth were in that purple patch when they played them, and the match got abandoned. I think it was 1-1 during that game. Okay, all right. Well, we're back at 8 o'clock for Grumpy Old Reds, and that's it. See you then. Come on, you Reds.
Come on, Kane.
Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like.
Come back home, Kane.